Hey, what's up guys, this is Johan, and on today's video I'll be taking you guys on a fishy food run with me today. Alright guys, so for the past few months I've only been basically feeding the fish just a bunch of pellet foods. I'm gonna need to at least get them something different, like get them some different meaty foods, so something like mysis shrimp or even maybe some krill or something, because all I've been, like I said, I've been feeding them is just a bunch of pellet food. So I'm going to take you guys on a fish food run today. I think I'm going to go to my local Petco, and then I'm going to pick up maybe some pellet foods or something like that. That way, I mean not pellet food, some mysis food. I don't know why I keep saying pellet food, but hopefully I'm going to pick up some mysis shrimp today, and probably some krill. I do have a little bit of brand shrimp in stock, but I'm going to take you guys with me. Hopefully I can take the camera into the store, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I just made it to the Petco. It's right over there. I'm gonna go ahead and then ask if the guys, I'm gonna go in and ask if they will allow me to shoot any videos in there. I don't think they will, because it is a corporate building, but I'm gonna ask just in case. Come back and let you know what you guys say. Alright guys, so this is no as I thought it would, because it is a corporate building, and obviously corporate won't allow stuff like that, because you might show them in a negative way and they're into, they might lose money or something like that. So but I did pick up some frozen food, that way fish won't be overexerted or just eat only pellets. Got some mysis shrimp, some krill. Anyways, let's go back home and then I'll show you guys what I actually got. Alright guys, so we made it back home, and I want to go over all the food that I feed my fish, all the food that I use in the past and what I be using in the future. You guys have already seen my arsenal of pellet food. I have everything from New Life Spectrum to just some regular freshwater fish food, the jumbo mean from Tetra. Some of the fish really love this. When I used to have my Harlequin Tusk, it loved this stuff. I have some flake food from Ocean Nutrition and the pellet formula as well. Both of these are basically like herbivore diets, so fish really love these, and I really like to use this one. This is the sinking pellet, so put it in the tank, fish will get it off the sandbed. Anything they miss, the cleanup crew would get it, so it never really goes over the overflow, versus like all my New Life Spectrum pellets. They may stay at the top for a little bit, some may go down the overflow, and others may stay in the tank, and then the fish will get it. So that's that. I also feed some jumbo shrimp when I had my Emperor intro. Love this. Also my Harlequin Tusk, love this as well. It's basically freeze dried krill. That's just the pellet food. I do feed some freeze dried bloodworms as well in between, but for the most part I have been, like I said earlier, I've been feeding just pellets, trying to hold off the fish. Other things I have been feeding, let me zoom out here a little bit. Mastic, I still need to do a review on that, but I never got to it. So that is another video I have to take care of. For when I used to have the pipefish right before it died, up until it died, it was putting this down. These are let's call it brine shrimp eggs. So this is like the really fine stuff. So you can see the mandarin on there. So any fish that does any like fine particle feeding. So I used to feed this to the 20-gallon nano. I still do. For the corals seem to like this as well. Also for coral feeding, I have the Real oyster egg by Reef Nutrition. The tank loves this. And then one thing I dose as well when I feed is Polyp Lab Booster. That's for the corals. See a lot of polyp extension from that. And then I follow that up with so it's Polyp Lab Booster with then after Rio, then I kind of follow that up with some Reefroids. This is a nano pack. It's been lasting me for a good long time, so I'm thinking of getting the really big one. I don't need to, but why not? And then the last little thing I used to feed the corals and that pipefish before it passed was instant baby brine shrimp. The pipefish really went for this. It really liked this little instant baby brine shrimp. So that's that. Alright guys, so that does it for just about all the dry foods I feed besides the Rio and the fish eggs and the instant baby brine shrimp. So let's go over some of the stuff that I got from Petco and some of the wet foods I usually feed. So I got the little mysis pack that I usually get of some of these. It's the first time I've bought this in a while, so my fish are gonna enjoy these. I have not fed the clowns or the Queen Angel any of these. Then another thing I usually get is the Marine Cuisine. It's just omnivorous diet. It has a carnivorous diet actually. Has more of mysis, shrimp, krill, and some chopped up stuff in there. This one does have a spirulina, so it does have some veggies in there. And then because I always love having angels, I want to make sure that they have something that is formulated just for them. So this one does have sponges in there, and that'll be good for the large queen angel. So that would supplement her diet. So this one I had for a while. It's pretty much done. I probably have like 6 or so squares remaining. Next thing I got was some brine shrimp. I have a big flat pack in the deep freeze, I have it here. So I already had some brine shrimp, but I decided why not get some more. Then the krill, when I had my harlequin tusk, it really loved this. So I should feed this, the freeze-dried, krill, and then the jumbo floating pellets. So if you have any large predator fish, they like this. My eel, when I used to have my snowflake eel, used to love this as well. Every time I put this in the tank, it always comes out. So predator fish usually go for this. Then I got this Formula One. I think this is, what's this? It's just an omnivore diet, so has a few different things in here. Let's see, yeah, mysis, plankton, different little mussels and stuff in here. So this is good for butterflies. Well, they have a picture of a butterfly on here, but the reason I said it's good for butterflies is because of the mussels it has in there, some squid and stuff like that. So mussels basically for any fish that's a little bit finicky. This is good for them, and also that carnivorous Formula One diet as well. Then this is some baby shrimp. I got this from my local H-Mart. I think it's like an Asian market or something. This one is almost done, so I need to get this. Probably need to throw this away because it's just been in the freezer. I feed it every now and then, but probably need to throw this away, get some new ones. And then the last little bit is that originally the brine shrimp I told you guys about, I've been using this slowly. I don't have that much fish anymore. I just took it out of the freezer, so it looks like it got freezer burned, so just adjusting to the temperature. So I've been using it slowly, but not as much, because you can just see right here where I used it a little bit, because I don't have that much fish anymore. I used to feed heavily, about 2 to 3 times a day, of all the you could see by the collection of food that I have. Compared to the amount of fish that I have now, it doesn't look like I have it looks like I have a bunch of food, not enough fish. But I used to have a large collection of fish. I think my largest, the most I had at one point in time was about just under 17 fish. So I think I had 15 or 16 fish in the 75 gallon when it was in his prime. Then I went for my first fish loss, which I went for my Battle of Ick. That was I think I introduced the coral or fish, and I did not quarantine. And that's one of the things that really started me on quarantining. So I did that. Then I lost the Harlequin Tusk. Then I went for a good long time with about 14 fish until the last fish loss that I have. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for what I feed my fish. It was a failed attempt going to the Petco today. I was trying. Sometimes you could sneak in there for camera, but I personally wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to go in the store and get kicked out. Especially it's a Petco I go in a lot. I don't really get fish from that Petco in particular because the guys that have working the aquatics counter, the aquatic section isn't. I don't know if they fell off, because I used to shop there a lot for fish, but in the past few years. But that's just going beside the point. Some Petcos are really good. There's one downtown Atlanta, somewhere in East Atlanta, I think. Near, if you guys are in Atlanta, it's kind of near Little Five Points. That is a Petco I would recommend. They have an awesome little fish section and a coral section and all that, so they're pretty good. But like I say, I didn't want to go into the Petco without asking permission to use the camera. I don't want to get kicked out of a place, but I go in on a daily basis, and the lights just went off. So that wraps it up for this video, guys. If you have any comments or any questions, go ahead and comment down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.